simultaneous interpretation in English and Spanish. To enable the interpretation, if you're using your laptop or desktop, please locate the icon shaped like a globe at the bottom of your screen. Click on Language Interpretation and then select English. If you're on your phone, iPad, or similar device, then locate the three-dot menu in the upper right corner of your screen. Click on Language Interpretation and select English. A efecto de proporcionar acceso lingüístico, esta reunión cuenta con interpretación simultánea al español. Si necesita interpretación en español y está en su computadora portátil o de escritorio, ubique el icono con forma de globo en la parte inferior de su pantalla, haga clic en Interpretación de idioma y luego seleccione Español. Si está en su teléfono, iPad o dispositivo similar, busque el menú de 3 puntos en la esquina superior derecha de su pantalla, haga clic en Interpretación de idioma y luego seleccione Español o Spanish.
Muchas gracias. Thank you. If you wish to view closed captions of this meeting, please view the meeting on the SMUHSD board meeting YouTube channel. The link to the YouTube channel can be found on our website. You may view the captions in English as we live stream our meeting tonight, and you may view the captions in a variety of other languages if you choose to watch after the meeting has ended. Viewers may request additional accommodations by calling 650-558-2201. For our deaf and hard of hearing community, we have a team from Hannah Interpreting Services, and they will be interpreting our meeting this evening. We would like to ask everyone to please remember to speak at a clear and reasonable pace for our interpreters. Thank you. Okay, we will have our student board representatives help us with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, going on to report of actions taken in closed session. The Board of Trustees took the following actions during closed session. Upon the motion of Trustee Griffin and seconded by Trustee Land, the board rejected claim number 2024-01064 with a vote of 5-0. The votes were as follows. Oh, I'm sorry. No, 4-0. That's right. Somebody was absent. Trustee Land voted yes. Trustee Chavez voted yes. Trustee Griffin voted yes. I voted yes, and Trustee Jacobson was absent. Adopting the agenda. The Board of Trustees may either adopt the agenda as presented or make a change to the agenda through a motion, second, and majority vote. The Brown Act prohibits any additions to the agenda without a 72-hour public notice for regularly scheduled board meetings. Are there any questions or comments from the board or the student board reps in respect to the agenda? Okay, I don't see any. Are there any questions or comments from the public?
There are none.
Okay, I will now accept a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve the agenda as is.
Thank you. Motion by Trustee Chavez.
I'll second.
Second by Trustee Jacobson. All in favor? Aye. And trustee, excuse me. Student board representatives, how do you vote?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
And you vote Trustee Land.
And Trustee Land is out for now, so yes. Okay, we'll go on. Thank you. All right, going on to public comments. If you're joining us in person and wish to make a comment about an agenda item or during the public comments section at the beginning of the agenda, please fill out a request to address the board form and submit it to the secretary. This form should be given to the secretary before the agenda item begins. If you are joining us virtually, use the raise hand feature on Zoom to be recognized. When invited to do so, your camera must be on before you are called upon to make a public comment. We will call on you to begin your public comment once we have promoted you into the meeting. If your camera is not operational, please email your comments to the Board of Trustees at board, BOARD, at SMUHSD.org. Please note that the comments are limited to 3 minutes. The board president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public comment, depending upon the number of persons wishing to be heard and the topic. I'll call an in-person comment request first. Are there any in-person comments?
Yes, we have one. This is Emily Ward.
And please remember to speak slowly. Thank you. Oh, go ahead and turn. Oh, yeah. Is it on?
Shar, can you help her with the microphone?
Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, members of the board and the public. I'm pleased to make a presentation tonight for Competes EDU. I'm Emily Ward. I'm the CEO of Competes EDU. Competes EDU is a video platform, especially for children, students, grades. We have lesson plans for grades 8 through 12 to really teach kids in AMS and media arts. These days, I will sort of say that there's a lot of recognition and a sense of achievement for students who do well in academics or who do well in sports. But for kids that are creative, who love, if you will, the creator economy, videos, video creation, arts, dance, there's not that much in terms of awards, in terms of giving them a sense of accomplishment and achievement. This is something that we're trying to do at Competes EDU. With Competes EDU, we have lesson plans, 36 weeks of lesson plans that satisfy the California Department of Education for the Arts and the National Core Art Standards. These lesson plans and the training that students undergo really teach them and train them for a career in the creator economy and also help ones that, if you will, are creative to really have a sense of engagement, really love going to school, really have a sense of achievement. So I will just sort of say quickly that my husband and I adopted very late in life. We were quite a bit older than the normal parents that adopted, but I would say that having a child just really taught me to look through children and look at children with a completely different lens. I've always loved children and dogs, but once I had my own child and I could see how much he just really flourished when it came to things that are creative. He's the best kid in the world. He's not a super sporty kid. And he's pretty smart, but he really flourishes with things that are creative, that allow him to use, if you will, his brain, whether for video creation, computer coding, things that aren't always recognized or acknowledged in sort of a traditional classroom setting. So we wanted to take all the technology, the video streaming that we have done in the past for Showtime, for USA Track and Field, for very big companies, and really have a solution that would be great for kids. It can operate either as a private channel, so you can be assured of safety for your children, or as a public channel for kids that are really trying to, if you will, put themselves out there in the public. So with that, I would love to, one, be able to work with the superintendent or anybody that he would like to designate to be able to share more of our platform. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Do we have anybody else in person?
Not this evening.
Okay, great. Thank you. Anybody online?
There are none.
Okay, thank you. All right, going on to governing board comments. Do any of the board members have comments? Yes, Trustee Griffin.
I'll be quick. I got here real early today and I ended up actually touring Bridge Academy, and Dr. Showman and the superintendent was the I'd say he was recess supervisor for me because he was with me. But that's a joke. So don't. And that was it was in poor taste. But anyway, he likes to make sure we are get accommodated. So we were out there at Bridge, and I got to see the layout, talk to them about some of the programs and services they offer. And it was a real informational tour. So,
Thank you. Trustee Chavez.
Thank you. I'll be brief as well because I'm really excited. We have a large audience here, and this is one of my favorite nights over the year. But I'll be brief. A couple things this week that I wanted to report out on was Tuesday. We had a very important, Yancy, you know this, Citizens Oversight Committee meeting. And I just want to mention thank you to all the parent volunteers. This committee is very dedicated, and they really love to dig into the details of the bond expenditures for measures O and L. And I know some folks don't like to dig into the details, but this group of volunteers, they really love to dig in the details. And I really want to say thank you to Yancy and Jasmine and their entire team. They really make the meetings fun and really productive. We have a lot of, anybody want to see the numbers? I have them right here. I'm sure that will be presented the numbers later, but that, and also today was, I attended, I'm part of this committee, with San Mateo Foster City School District. They have a committee. This is the third meeting we've had so far, Educator Housing Task Force. And I just wanted to mention, we had a really great guest speaker today, Kalima. She's from the Jefferson High School District. So they talked about how their housing, their new housing that school district built and all the pros and cons that go along with it. So I felt it was very informative. So just wanted to share that with everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Lander, Trustee Jacobson, any comments?
Just, I'm glad to see so many teachers here and staff here for permanency status. And I think that's awesome. This is one of my favorite meetings. So thanks for being here.
Great. Thank you. Student board reps?
Yes, we'd like to give our summaries of proclamations and report. I will be giving the summary on the National Native American Heritage Month proclamation. So the Student Board Council member Elizabeth Burrs also helped to draft this proclamation. National Native American Heritage Month, celebrated in November, recognizes the lives and accomplishments of the indigenous peoples of what is now known as the United States. The 57th Annual Native American Day was celebrated at the California Capitol on September 27, 2024. This year's theme was Recognizing 100 Years of Citizenship and the Fight for the Right to Vote, 1924 to 2024. Today, there are more than 100 federally recognized indigenous tribes in California, more than any other state in the nation. The United States Bureau of the Census determined in 2020 that there were over 720,000 individuals in the state of California of Native American descent, making it the largest population of indigenous peoples in the 50 states. The San Mateo Union High School District acknowledges that it is located on the unceded ancestral homeland of the Ramaytush Ohlone peoples, recognizes that as the original stewards of this land, the Ramaytush Ohlone understood the interconnectedness of all things and maintained harmony with nature for millennia, and honors the Ramaytush Ohlone peoples for their enduring commitment to Mother Earth. The San Mateo Union High School District supports the use of curricula at our schools that highlights the experiences and contributions of Native peoples, both historically and in our current times, to help students understand the importance and relevance of Native American culture and history.
Next, I will be sharing the proclamation summary for National Homeless Youth Awareness Month. Our fellow Student Board Council members Emily Ma and Elizabeth Board also helped with the writing of this proclamation and summary. November is National Homeless Youth Awareness Month. Every year, hundreds of thousands of American families become homeless, including more than 1.7 million children. According to the California Department of Education, in the 2022 to 2023 year, there were 246,480 homeless students enrolled in California schools. This was a 9% increase in the homeless student population from the previous school year. Youth.gov states that homeless high school students are more than 3 times as likely to have attempted suicide within the last year. Additionally, almost 50% of homeless youth reported participating in self-harming behavior. According to the district's annual census, 43 of our current students are experiencing homelessness in SMUHSD. SMUHSD is committed to improving student equity and access to high-quality education and resources, included but not limited to school supplies, food, clothing, bus passes, free admission to dances, yearbooks, and school apparel for youth experiencing homelessness and who are in foster care through our district and school site homeless student liaisons. Next, we will be giving the Student Board Council report. Firstly, I'd like to share a few updates from the Student Board Council meeting last Wednesday. During the meeting, our members broke into small groups to learn about the following topics: the history of school boards, how school districts are organized, the Ralph M. Brown Act, and Robert's Rules of Order. Afterwards, members discussed events and news from their school sites. Student Board Council members from Aragon High School highlighted their new class, Introduction to Interior Design, sharing that current students are really enjoying the course. Additionally, more students are interested in and hoping to take the class. We want to thank the board for approving the class to be offered this year. Looking forward, the Student Board Council is excited to be invited to the upcoming Let's Talk event at Mowbray Community Center. Members of our council will be attending alongside SMUHSD leaders, educators, and other community and school district members. Lastly, I'm excited to share news from my school site, SMUHSD High School. Last weekend, SMUHSD High's marching band and color guard placed first, with drumline placing second at the Santa Cruz Band Review. Our fall musical, Sweeney Todd, was open tonight at the Performing Arts Center, and the upcoming performance dates are October 25th, 26th, and 27th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry if I
No,
can
you're
mention
good.
something.
Mhm.
We'd also like to congratulate all the employees who have reached their milestone of permanent status in the San Mateo Union High School District. Thank you so much for all that you do. And from a student perspective, I can say that everything you do for us and everyone in this district never goes unnoticed. And we appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. So thank you very much again.
Thank you. I have some comments as well, and thank you for your proclamations and for acknowledging our First Peoples. That's awesome. I wanted to mention that I was watching the Millbrae City Council meeting this week, and I saw that Zareen Chang and Jamie Lazaro were given some recognition for being on the City of Millbrae. It was the oh my goodness, where is it? It was a high school concert leaders of Millbrae parliamentary program, and so it was really interesting to see how our students are involved in civics. Period, and they were part of our student board rep council. So that's excellent. I'm glad that we're that we're helping them with that. Excuse me. We've also been doing a lot of voter engagement throughout the school district with the ACLU, and we are still conducting those presentations of the different classes. And it's been really neat to see how many students are interested in voting and are just getting information on how to get involved. So please keep encouraging folks to vote. This is a very important election year for many different reasons, and there's a lot of ballot measures for school districts. So please pay attention to those. Dia de los Muertos is coming up on November 2nd. A lot of our school sites have different events that the student clubs are putting on. So I encourage everybody to attend. I know that Hillsdale is having one next week. So please support our students. But I also wanted to acknowledge, recently there was a former student that died by suicide. And I just wanted to keep our students in our hearts and our minds, and to make sure that we understand that a lot of the information that we put out and the wellness counselors that we have and our mental health counselors as well, everybody is there to support our students. And if there's anybody out there that, that has anything that they want to talk about or that need help in any way, to please reach out and just keep our students in mind. And if you see something that is alarming or that just jumps out at you as something that doesn't sit right, address it. It's important. And I wanted to recognize, just like usual, our AT folks and our folks that keep our campuses clean and organized and set up our room today. Thank you. So I think that's it so far. And welcome to everybody that's here. Congratulations. All right, communications to the Board of Trustees. Superintendent Booker?
None this evening.
Great. Okay. Going on to recognition. Go ahead, Superintendent Booker.
Thank you. This evening, I'm going to introduce Rochelle to come up and talk a little bit about an award, our Bay Quest program. You're shaking your head no at me. We're going off script here, but you're going to do it anyways. How's that sound?
Okay.
Thanks.
Yes, indeedy. Thank you. So our program Bay Quest, I think it's the hottest thing in California. So it serves our students at San Mateo Community College. And here, who can even tell you even more than I, because it's the teachers in the classroom, we have Mr. Jared Abbott, come on up. And we have Mr. Robert DiMartini, who assists him. And you can tell more about your program.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. So we are an adult transition program here in our district. So we serve 18 to 22-year-old students within our district with moderate to severe disabilities. So 6 of these 7 programs are housed on a high school campus. And not this year, but last year, we piloted the inaugural program up at the College of San Mateo. So we were giving students with moderate to severe disabilities an age-appropriate experience on a community college campus where they were taking classes with their typically developing peers. They were involved in clubs. They were going to work sites 2 days a week, and they got a really amazing, just age-appropriate experience. And I just want to give props to 2 of our fabulous staff members. One is here tonight, Robert DiMartini, and our third partner in crime, Ashley Wong. I think it's no coincidence that we are all graduates of the San Mateo Union High School District to begin with. Proud Aragon graduate.
Excellent.
Proud Cappuccino Mills. Proud Mills graduate. And our third partner in crime, a proud Hillsdale graduate. So a testament to our district, kind of just like sheltering in future educators to kind of keep on the inspiration going. But yeah, it's an honor, a privilege. Thank you guys for acknowledging us. We are kind of like a little hidden secret up at the College of San Mateo. But we hope to do some pretty awesome things and get our young adults with disability inspired and to continue taking classes in the future. So thank you.
Excellent.
And I just wanted to ask, is Sarah or Russell in the audience? Do you want to come up? So Russell is the member of the Advisory Commission on Special Education and co-chair of the Goal Committee.
Good evening, esteemed trustees, community, and staff. Again, my name is Russ Michaud. In addition to my day job as the Director of Special Education for Alpha Public Schools in San Jose, I have the privilege to serve as a commissioner on California's Advisory Commission on Special Education through the CDE. We refer to ourselves as the ACSE. And I'm the co-chair of the Goal Award Committee for the Commission. For the past 18 years, the ACSE has selected one exemplary program annually to honor with the Grazer Outstanding Achievement in Learning or GOAL Award. The GOAL Award was created by the ACSE in 2005 in collaboration with film producer Brian Grazer to recognize especially innovative educational programs in California that benefit students with disabilities. The recognition aims to honor the people who make these programs possible, as well as to share the practices of these programs with parents, educators, and policymakers throughout the state and beyond. This year, the ACSE received more than double the number of applications when compared to last year and had a wide variety of programs represented, including preschool through secondary transition, districts, charters, county offices, and non-public schools, and representatives from across our entire great state. The ACSE selected 2 exemplary programs as the winners for the 23-24 Goal Award, and one of those programs selected was San Mateo Union High School District's Bay Quest Scholars Program, which will receive a monetary award of $4,725 to support the program moving forward. I am here today to publicly recognize this wonderful program and provide a celebration plaque to have for the program as well. The Bay Quest Scholars Program was designed to empower students with disabilities to realize their full potential through inclusive, integrative, and comprehensive post-secondary education and transition services. Through the program, students have access to a collaborative community college model through a partnership with the College of San Mateo. They also have access to this inclusive, integrative studies college experience while exploring their academic interests in the community college level. The Bayquest Scholars Program drives toward innovative post-secondary transition supports and programs for students with disabilities, which is a priority area for the AXE. The board and the public should be incredibly proud of the work being done for students with disabilities through the Bayquest Scholars Program and in the San Mateo Union High School District. Congratulations to the whole Bayquest Scholars Program, the students, staff, and community for your exemplary work supporting students with disabilities. I'll present the plaque.
Oh,
Oh.
thank you very much.
Can we make sure someone gets a picture of the three of you or the whole team together out in the lobby or hit right there? I don't know. Who's got a camera that can help me out real quick? Thank you, Laylee. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great.
So I was very truthful when I said we are the best thing going on in California.
Hey, good job.
Nope, that's it. Okay, thank you. All right, going on to recognition of permanent status ceremony.
Yeah, I'm going to come up to the podium. All right, this is fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone coming. We do this in San Mateo Union High School District where we spend some time in the fall every year honoring our permanent staff. I want to read, I didn't do this last year, but I want to read a little bit to you all that kind of reflects some of my thinking and the importance of this. This is a prized book that I have, and I'll tell you about it in a little bit, but let me read about the importance of education. Education is not only the most important business of a state, but by facts and figures, it is the largest business of the state. To elaborate upon the importance of education would be trite, for the story of the historic faith of the American people in education has often been told and is generally known. Suffice it to say that from time to time, suffice to say that from the time of the founding of the first permanent English settlements in America, education has been regarded as the bulwark of a democratic government, as the best guarantee of a progressing society, and as an open sesame to the individual for the realization of his or her potentialities. It goes on to say around the importance of the teacher, of the multifarious, and in this district, when we say teacher, we mean educator, because tonight we've got members from DTA, AFSCME, and CSEA being honored in permanent status. And you all know, if you've heard me speak and in some of my emails, I consider every one of our employees in the district an educator. Of the multifarious, varied, and difficult tasks of those persons who have the responsibility of administering the schools, there is none whose proper performance begets greater benefits for those whom the schools exist, namely the pupils, than the selection of a competent teaching and educational personnel. As is the educator, so is the school, is a time-worn truism. The educator primarily determines whether the school will be efficient or inefficient. Compared with educators, such things as buildings, equipment, and supplies, though they can never be neglected, are of secondary importance. It would be better for the children to attend school in hovels, granted that the hovels were comfortable, safe, and sanitary, there to be instructed by competent educators, than to attend school in million-dollar palaces, there to be under the tutelage of persons of inferior qualifications. Brains, not bricks, and mortar make an efficient school. Ex-President Eliot of Harvard once defined a university as, quote, Mark Hopkins at one end of a log and a student at the other, end quote. His definition does not say, but we confidently surmise that Eliot would not have insisted upon a certain kind of log for the altar of instruction. What he was trying to do in his definition was to emphasize the importance, yea, the indispensability of an excellent educator. Eliot's remark applies with equal cognizance to elementary and secondary school education. In fact, to the lower grades, of the school organization, the remark applies with particular cogency. The younger the pupil, the more they must depend upon their teacher and their educator for help and guidance. Often the more mature pupils will learn and cogently and inimitable style. And it goes on. This is a book entitled The Fundamentals of Public School Administration, and it was written in 1931. And so I think some of the tenets in 1931 still exist today about what makes a school, or for us, what makes a school district. And that's all of you, excellent educators that we want here for the next 30 years. We know in working with our administrators that determining permanency is a 30-year decision oftentimes. And you make up the culture and the commitment of our school district. And I want to thank you so much for doing that. You are, all of you, incredible educators, and we're so proud to have you as part of the SMUHSD family. So with that, I'd like to invite up Craig Childress. I know Gabby Gonzalez is here as well from AFSCME. Rachel, are you coming up as well? Rachel Lauder, thank you. And I know, Craig, you wanted to say a few words, but Gabby, come on up too, please.
Good evening, President Zuniga, members of the board, district cabinet, and esteemed colleagues. I just wanted to say a very brief congratulations to all of you here tonight and all of you who are being conferred with permanent status. As Mr. Booker said, it's oftentimes a 30-year decision. I can remember just about 30 years ago in the Burlingame cafeteria when I attended this meeting. And it's a day that you remember, and it's a day that's important. And it's important because it's not just a milestone for you, but it's a recognition of people's in the districts and the community's confidence in your ability to serve the community well and serve the students of this district. So congratulations.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to do the best I can. We're going to read all the names of those who are awarded permanent status. Obviously, not everyone is here. We have 80 some odd names or something like this. We do have some people online who are listening, so we want to make sure they're recognized too. When you hear your name, please come up. I'm going to hand you your certificate. I'm going to hand you your certificate, and then you come in here and shake hands and then go back around. You can kind of wave to the board and thank them, and they'll thank you.
And we're going to hand you permanent markers for permanent teams.
Wow, permanent markers.
Love it.
Okay, and if I mispronounce your name, I am so sorry. I'm going to do the best I can. There are a lot of names here, so I'm so sorry. So if you hear your name, please come on up. Osama Abulabda. Okay, Rosa Valdivia. Okay, David Araya. Britzia Arroyo. There we go. Enrique Avalos. Shorera Bahaminar. Sean Bald. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Feel like I'm at a high school graduation ceremony. This is awesome. Channeling my inner principal. Carly Balmana, Faye Baltazar, Elizabeth Bellis, Alec Bolino, Scott Bondurant. Am I going too fast? Nope. Okay. Nope. This is a well-oiled machine up here. Well-oiled. Heather Brown. Amanda Brown-Lee, Lauren Campanelli, Valerie Canas Gonzalez. Yeah. Hands too. There you go. Erica Serlis, Chelsea Cheng, Wai Ping Cheung, Matthew Christensen. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Helen Citron, Patricia Correa, Nandana Dot, Sarah Davis, Michael Dubois, William Deckham Jr. There we go.
Yay.
Jessica Dizon, Tara Donahoe,
Yay.
Nicole Duffy, Ola Riyad El Ayubi, Juan Escobar Brizuela, Adriel Espinosa, Deanna Ferrugia, Christopher Fogata, Leo Fung, Edna Marie Cabrillo, okay. Claudia Garcia Arevalo, Veronica Gasco, Alexandra Gray, Isabel Hernandez, Yoshiko Higashimura, Johnson Hyun, Jill Jacobs. Is Jill here? Oh, there's just a woohoo. Okay. Woohoo for Jill. She's on Zoom. All right, Jill.
Yay.
Yeah. Christopher Kaminsky, Kimberly Koivisto, Hannah Korsland, Emma Kirpan, Matthew Lopez, Cassandra Lopez. Letting them catch up. This is how it goes. Curtis Liu, John Paul Luana. John Paul, all right. Javier Magana. All right, 2 in a row. 2 in a row.
Congratulations.
That was Javier Magana. Yeah. Okay. Jennifer Martinez, Maria Martinez, Kaylin McGill, Lisa Mejia Sandoval, Christina Montanez Velasquez, Martha Montelanos Cardenas, Stephanie Murphy, Amelia Nash, Benjamin Ortiz, Sebastian Perez, Ann Pesky. Oh, Ann. Dara Fung, or Dara Fung, Nicholas Piccinini, Perla Ramirez Sanchez, Lisa Reed, Fasto Sandoval Jr., Danielle Tostado. Danielle. Tui T. Tron, Justin Vargas, Joel Vasquez Jr., Jael Victoria, Jennifer Virgin, Heather Wade, Elizabeth Wall, Jamie Weatherson, Buddy Wolf, Ashley Wong, Michael Wu. Michael Wu. Patrick Wynn Jr., Wei Jing, Man Chi Yu, Naoko Yu, Angelica Zamora Zuniga, And that's everybody, I hope. Yes. Okay. Congratulations. Join me in congratulating. Thank you so much, so much, so much, so much. Congratulations. Okay. Good. Group photo. So for all of you who are here, if you could do me a favor and come over here in front, and we're going to take a picture this way. If any of you want to join us, you're welcome to come around and join us. You all. Switch in. We're gonna get like. Switch in.
We'll just do the.
Hang on, Lily's got to get the district camera in there. They can go ahead.
All right, Lily.
All right, we're saving the best for last.
Yeah.
Given strict instructions, communications. All right. 1, 2, 3.
When it comes out, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're gonna say no.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Felicidades.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations. This
Okay,
is exciting.
we'll go on to the consent agenda.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay, we're moving on to the consent agenda. Does anyone have any items they'd like to pull for discussion? No? Going once, going twice? Here, let me scroll.
Are you ready for a motion?
Yeah. Are there any questions or comments from the public?
There are none.
Okay, and nothing on Zoom, right? Great. Okay, thank you. All right, now I will accept a motion.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Jacobson and a second by trustee Land. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. And the student board representatives, how do you vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, going on to regular reports. Report of the superintendent.
Thank you very much. A few things I want to mention this evening. Just a reminder, November 11th is Veterans Day coming up. It's a federal holiday and a holiday in our district. And Veterans Day is meant to honor all veterans of the uniformed services who are who served or are still serving during times of peace as well as war. And over the last couple of years during this time, I always mention my dad was a captain in the U.S. Army for the 10th Mountain Division during World War II. And my grandfather, a first star general with the U.S. Army in World War II. I'm just so proud of their service and sacrifice. They're both buried at the National Cemetery in San Bruno up on Sneath Lane, or off of Sneath Lane there. My family and I will be visiting on November 11th and celebrating there and honoring them. But it's a special day for me. Moving on, Diwali. I want to talk about a few upcoming holidays that I know many of our students and community educators celebrate. Diwali is coming up. It's the Hindu festival of lights. It's also observed by Sikhs, Jains, and Buddhists. Diwali symbolizes the spiritual victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance. The word Diwali comes from the Sanskrit word Deepavali, which means row of lights. Diwali is celebrated annually for 5 days, with each day having its own significance and rituals between October and November. And the exact dates change every year. This year, Diwali begins on October 31st. And we want to wish all who celebrate a happy and safe Diwali. We also have Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. It's a Mexican holiday where families welcome back the souls of their deceased relatives for a brief reunion that includes food, drink, and celebration. It's a blend of Mesoamerican ritual, European religion, and Spanish culture. The holiday is celebrated each year from October 31st to November 2nd, and while October 31st is Halloween, November 1st and 2nd is All Souls Day, or the Day of the Dead. According to tradition, the gates of heaven are opened at midnight on October 31st, and the spirits of children can rejoin their families for 24 hours. The spirits of adults can do the same on November 2nd, and many of our schools create altars for this holiday in memory of their loved ones. And then as we're starting to do each board meeting, I want to celebrate our Golden Apple award winners. These are the Golden Apples awards go to deserving employees who go above and beyond to show exemplary service, dedication, and resourcefulness, among many other positive qualities. The October Certificated Golden Apple Award was awarded to San Mateo High School teacher Giuliana Piccinini. She started out in the district teaching one class at Cappuccino High School in the 2014-15 school year, and then returned in 18-19 school year, where she has taught English at San Mateo High ever since. Her San Mateo High School colleague, Nate Johnson, wrote this in his nomination. Juliana is one of the most efficient and organized teachers on campus, and she directs that towards her English classes completely. She is super focused on her struggling students, but she is able to reach the higher end of the AS kids as well. She is a leader by example, working diligently and conscientiously without needing the spotlight. So just big thanks to Juliana. We awarded the classified Golden Apple Award to Nancy Yance Chavez. We did that today, actually. Lead mental health therapist at Mills High School. Nancy has been with the district since 2006, where she started out as an instructional assistant at Cappuccino before moving to AHS in the same role. She has also held previous roles as family engagement coordinator and mental health therapist at San Mateo High. Her colleague, Lisa Windes, wrote this in her nomination, quote, "It feels impossible to capture how crucial Nancy is to the Mills High School wellness team. Nancy has such a wealth of experience, knowledge, and wisdom, and is so adept at viewing situations from multiple perspectives. Nancy does an amazing job supporting students, families, and staff alike. She has taught me so much about how to help meet people where they are, how to be gentle and collaborative when situations feel challenging, and how to stay calm and present in the face of overwhelming circumstances. Nancy is our fearless leader, and I can't imagine doing this work without her." So I'm just so grateful for our Golden Apple Award winners this month. So thank you.
Thank you. I also wanted to mention, thank you for acknowledging Dia de los Muertos. And there are other parts of Latin America that do celebrate as well. Like in Guatemala, there's a part in Guatemala that also goes to the cemetery, and people will eat there and celebrate their loved ones, but they also create these really beautiful, gigantic kites. And they put little notes at the end of them for their loved ones that have passed, because that is the highest they can get to them since they're in heaven. And so it's really beautiful. And then there's also a day, I want to say it was yesterday, where it's a day specifically for the pets. So animals come back as well and spend time with their loved ones that have passed. It's kind of neat. Different cultures do different things. But yeah, thank you. Okay, moving on to the report from the DTA. Mr. Childress or Miss.
His report, he said, was the awards. There's no
Okay.
additional
Thank you.
report.
I didn't hear that. Okay. Thank you very much. All right. Report of the CSEA, Chapter 519.
There's no report this evening.
Thank you. How about adult school?
Yes, hi.
Miss Jeannie Diamond.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jeannie Diamond, the union president for the San Mateo, for the adult schools, San Mateo Union High School District. I'm the union president. We want to thank you, Board President Zuniga, Vice President Griffin, board members, and Superintendent Booker for the opportunity to speak. We, the CFT Union and the staff of San Mateo Adult and Career Education Campus, want to share updates from our campus. Areas of significance from San Mateo Adult Career Ed. Continued collaboration. This past few weeks have been busy for us at SMACE. We recently participated in a PD on AI, artificial intelligence, with our partner OTAN, which is Outreach and Technical Assistant Network. OTAN, one of the leaders in California adult education, providing support with the integration of technology into educational process, empowering learners to meet their academic, employment, and civic goals. This session was specifically designed for adult ed admin, teachers, and support staff who are curious to understand and how to use the power of artificial intelligence, AI, in the adult ed classroom. As technology continues to enhance the educational landscape, educators need to explore and learn AI concepts as well as how to use AI safely in their own instructional practices. During the workshop, we had topics on what AI was. We learned key concepts. We've learned who's been using it without realizing it. We learned about basic AI prompts, crafting prompts. We did creative content generation, exploring how to create quick and easy lessons, educational materials, and assessments. We also learned that students can use AI as a tutor or a writing review for them. We also learned about the ethics of using AI for ourselves and students. We had many practice hands-on trainings with AI tools like ChatGPTQ, Suno, and more. And thank you to the San Mateo Unified School District providing accounts for Magic School AI for everyone here at the adult school. We appreciate the support. Did you know that California law requires schools to teach students about AI? A new law passed unanimously by the legislative chambers mandating AI literacy in school curricula. In response, the state is moving to incorporate those studies into math, science, history, and social science. We at SMACE and Kenyatta College are ahead of the game with our introduction to AI program for students and a recent PD with OTAN staff. Also, we want to acknowledge that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This Thursday at school, we all wore pink to show support for breast cancer. Breast cancer affects so many lives, and by wearing pink together, we raised awareness and demonstrated our commitment to fight against this disease. In partnership with the Bay Area Community Health Advisory Council, Mills Peninsula, the Peninsula Healthcare District, and Sutter Health, we are honored to share information and offering free early detection mammograms to uninsured women in the community. Patients must be age 40 or over with no symptoms, uninsured, resident of San Mateo County. We also welcome you to visit our school media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn for more information and to register. We also want to make you aware we have a schedule for our GE tests in November and December, Tuesday, November 5th, 12th, and 19th, and then December 3rd and December 10th. All tests will start at 5:30 p.m. And we are preparing our schedules for spring of 2025 semester. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your report. Okay, special reports and appearances.
None this evening.
Thank you. Construction.
Also none this evening.
Okay, great. Division of Human Resources.
Yes, we have 3 items on personnel consent, the personnel actions, and a MOU for a fellowship teacher. Excuse me, and our new concussion protocol. And I'm speaking slowly so I don't rush these people this week.
Thank you. Okay, are there any questions or comments from the board? Okay, any questions or comments from the public?
There are none.
Thank you. Okay, I can take a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion by trustee Chavez, second by trustee Griffin. All in favor?
Aye.
The first item on the regular HR agenda is the personnel actions addendum. And we do have one recognition, and that would be Maria Valle, Executive Assistant of Technology, has submitted her resignation effective October 18th. She has been with the district for 10 years and 2 months. Recommend approval.
Okay, are there any questions or comments from the board? Okay, from the public?
There are none.
Thank you. Okay, can I have a motion?
You
So
want me-
moved.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Second.
okay, motion by trustee Griffin, second by trustee Land. All in favor? Aye. Okay,
Thank you. Okay, the next item is regarding a familiar name and face. This is the recommendation of Charlie Royce to the Director of the Capital Facilities and Construction. And I need to read out the terms of his compensation that is before the board. Charlie Royce, Director of Capital Facilities and Construction. Salary would be $126,171. That's based on an annualized salary of $194,992. There's 221 work days. Health and welfare benefits up to $33,551.90. Transportation and cell phone reimbursements of $275 per month. Okay. Various subscriptions, memberships, and reimbursements for approved district expenses. We recommend approval, and if so, then Mr. Hawkins will introduce Charlie more formally.
great. Okay, are there any questions or comments from the board? Okay, public?
There are none.
Great. Thank you. Motion?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, motion by trustee Chavez, second by trustee Jacobson. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passes.
And may I have Mr. Hawkins? Yeah.
Of course.
Thank you so much. So I'd like to formally ask Charlie to come up to the podium. Charlie is a man of great character and great integrity, full stop. I hope Superintendent Booker, it's okay if I note something that you said when we were discussing Charlie, is I just trust Charlie Royce fully. And it could not, there's no better words that could describe how I feel. We're incredibly lucky to have Charlie here, a longtime resident within the district, has actually volunteered and worked for the district since 2013.
Volunteering since 2006.
Volunteering since 2006. I won't step all over him. He was appointed in 2021 as a general manager of facility use at the very bottom of that department when that department had gone to zero revenue, and brought that department to almost 50% higher than the previous high level of revenue in that department. He is someone who will work with our administrators, with our educators and our community to ensure that the promises of Measure L are fulfilled, and ensure that the facilities that our students and educators are educated in and work in are of the highest quality. It is my absolute pleasure to announce Charlie Royce as the Director of Facilities and Construction. So Charlie, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to serve this district, the students, the teachers, the classified staff, and all of you trustees. This is a wonderful honor to do. I'm really excited for the opportunity to go from renting our facilities to making our facilities. So thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Can I just say something? I
Yes,
just
go ahead.
wanted to say that I had the wonderful opportunity to meet Charlie earlier this week at the Citizens Oversight Committee. So welcome. I mean, you're already here, but I mean, welcome to the new, sorry.
Yeah.
I can't articulate myself very well right now, but congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's always wonderful to work with you. I think I've worked with you on some other things, and you're so professional and you're always on point. So thank you very much for everything you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, revised job description.
Thank you. Item 3.
Okay, then the next item is regarding a position for another person that we're extremely fortunate to have working for us, Char Aquino. And so we recommend a change in title from Administrative Assistant 3 to Senior Executive Coordinator. And this title, Senior Executive Coordinator, aligns with our other job titles and provides a clearer indication of career advancement for our clerical staff. So we
Great.
recommend the change in title.
Thank you. Okay, any questions or comments from the board? Okay, from the public?
There are none.
Okay, I can entertain a motion now.
So move.
Second.
Motion by trustee Griffin, second by trustee Land. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
You're awesome, Shar.
I got you.
Thanks.
There you go.
Okay, Division of Student Services.
Not this evening.
Okay, Division of Instructional Services.
Also not this evening.
Great. Okay, Division of Business Services. Mr. Hawkins.
Thank you. Tonight, I bring forward the 6th amendment to the purchase and sale agreement for Crestmore to Summerhill Homes. This amendment pushes back the closing date by 5 days from January 31st to February 5th. And for that additional 5 days, Summerhill will compensate the district with a additional $50,000 deposit that is not subject to the final purchase price. So we're very happy to bring this, and I'm happy to answer any questions if the board has any.
Questions or comments from the board or the student board reps? Okay, public?
There are none.
Okay. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
A second.
Okay, motion by trustee Land, second by trustee Jacobson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And student board reps, how do you vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, going on to board operations. There's
None this
nothing.
evening.
And future board agenda items. So far, we have CTE, board governance handbook and self-evaluation. Yes.
President Andrade Zuniga. So I have one to add, if I
Okay.
may. So we would like to put on the board agenda for November 21st, future Bridge Academy facility location options. And I want to give the public a little background here. So we're scheduled to receive plus or minus $85 million from the sale of Crestmore. We just talked about the 6th Amendment. And on October 12th, 2023, the Board of Trustees had a special study session on proceeds from the sale of Crestmore. During this meeting, the board provided the following directives. One, district staff was to develop a survey for SMUHSD educators to learn more about how these proceeds could be spent for the greatest benefit of our district, to help guide the next steps in prioritizing the allocation of the proceeds. And secondly, they asked me to agendize a follow-up discussion with the board in the spring of 2024. At the direction of the board, a survey was sent out to SMUHSD educators on January 22nd, 2024, to learn about how these proceeds could be spent. The survey was voluntary, anonymous, and focused specifically on interest in below market rate rental housing for employees. On February 22nd, 2024, district staff presented the survey results to the board at a regularly scheduled board meeting. Based on the discussion with the board on February 22nd, and especially from the survey results, the board providing the following directives to me on how to utilize the proceeds from the sale of Crestmore. The board would like to utilize the proceeds from the sale of Crestmore generally in the following areas. A permanent facility for the Bridge Academy. B, a possible partnership with either a municipality or an outside organization to invest in educator housing. And 3, addressing other district-wide facility needs that are not necessarily being addressed by either deferred maintenance or the current Measure L bond program. And lastly, the board directed me to bring bridge facility options to the board for review and discussion prior to December 31st, 2024. So I wanted to give that background to help the public and remind the board why we are bringing future Bridge Academy facility location options to the next board meeting so that we could introduce in November, discuss, and then follow up at the December board meeting if there's any homework you're going to give us or any other future questions or other directives to meet that December 31st, 2024 deadline that the board asked. So I'm asking that we could put that on the agenda, the bridge facility options at our November board meeting.
Yes, that would be good.
Can I just add to that?
Yeah.
The second element was about housing or staff housing. I'd still like to explore.
For sure.
I think that's critical because that's what the intention was originally of the sale. So I would just want to see that pursued as well. So I don't need it to be in conjunction with, but it needs to be something coming up.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
What I wanted to make sure was that the board had a general idea of the cost of a future bridge facility, as well as what costs could be around housing. Like, so you have the full picture in a sense, so you can balance it. Yeah.
I totally get it. And I was thinking the same thing.
Great. Yes.
I have an item that I think I would like to add at a future board meeting. A committee member from San Bruno reached out to me and I reached out to Mr. Yancey Hawkins to ask about the steps to discuss this. A longstanding community member in San Bruno has lived there all his life. He and his 2 siblings attended Crestmore High School, and they are asking if they can have the flagpole before the school's demolished, if they can, because they want to repurpose that flagpole and utilize it within San Bruno. So I think there's a process. If there's I'm not articulating myself very well. Surplus property would need to come before the board, whether it's a discussion or it goes on consent. I would just like to have that on the, and now if you want to.
You know,
Yeah.
kind of weird along those lines.
Yes.
I totally get it. I think that's great. I wonder if we would have some sort of plaque memorial. Summerhill might recognize that this was a site of Crestmore. Never thought about that till just now because of what you just said. So
Good idea.
yeah, it'd be kind of nice to have some sort of memorial or honoring in some way in one of the park areas.
You got that, Charlie? There you go.
Yeah, new job.
And I think, I think Yancy wanted to chime in.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So not specifically on this, but I think related to that is we are planning on bringing a resolution on the 21st. The board through the 7-Eleven process named the property surplus, and in the purchase and sale agreement, it noted what was to happen with the personal contents of that. But just to be extra conservative, we were planning on bringing a notice of all the personal property to remove, and so that potentially would be part of this. So yeah, it would include all property at Crestmore that's still remaining. So that is likely to come at the November 21st meeting.
Okay, including the flagpole then.
It would include all personal property still remaining. Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I had, but.
Great. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. Okay. It's 8:15 and we are adjourned. Wow.
I know.